Welcome back to Game Changers. My name is Jess Knox, and I'm here today with Nick Kaufmann from Portland Civic Hack Night. Nick, tell us a little bit about your work.
So about 6 years ago, I got involved with Code for Maine, which is a voluntary network for civic technology, and it's made up of people that we call ourselves civic hackers. So what does that mean? Civic technology, well, we have a lot of stereotypes about it, and there's a little bit about debate about what it means, but basically it's making things for local governments and nonprofits and civil society. So what we do is basically host a weekly meetup where people can come and work on community problems with
Sometimes
technology.
you guys will identify a certain problem, and people will sort of, when you mean by hacking, you mean they sort of tear apart the problem and try to rebuild the solution.
Yeah, so
right?
a lot of people, when they hear hacking, they'll either think it's like a negative thing, like a destructive thing, and it is potentially destructive, but or they'll think it's like a very technological thing that only computer programmers do. So we do have a lot of people in the network that are like very high-tech type people that make software. That was really just a stereotype about civic technology, that it's just making apps or something like that. But what we're really doing is just engaging with problems that you and I have every day in our communities, and trying to do things to, help make things better, make it living in our cities better, or like using your local public services better.
Excellent. It sounds like you guys are really, exploring some of the biggest problems that we have. So when you get folks together and you have these meetups, how does all this work sort of come together to build a community?
So we're just tinkerers, basically, and you don't have to know how to code. You can just like to build things. One of the most successful things that came out of one of our events is the guy that makes the cigarette butt disposal tubes. So the ideas don't have to use technology, but if you want to learn, it's also a great place to meet people to learn how to maybe pick up coding for yourself. And we're not age restrictive either. Like our youngest person that's involved right now is 12 years old, and the oldest person I met up in Bangor is like a retired medical equipment repair guy that just got into Arduino and has been tinkering. So I like to say that we're tinkerers. All of the hacking and technology that's involved in our name is real, but it's also mostly about the people.
Excellent, excellent. So with this work and all the work you do in your other free time, so to speak, what would be your moonshot? If you had a magic wand, what would be your moonshot in all this work?
So right now we got a great group of people that meets in Portland, like on basically a weekly basis, and we do special events for themes like how do we make riding the bus better. And then there's also a great group up in Bangor that does the same things, just to Meetup and Hacktivate is called up there. And so we've got this small groups around the state that are starting to meet, and we're all getting active, which is really nice to see. What I would like to see is really continue to build the momentum, and I would eventually really like to see some sort of summer civic technology institute where we could be learning and tinkering with our cities, with everybody together. And I mean, like, I would like to see something where the mayor could be learning right alongside our youngest member, 12-year-old teenager, working on the same project together. So I'm hoping that we can work more with that stuff. We're trying to get more into education right now and doing programs for people to actually hone their skills, so that when we do get together and tinker, we're going to end up making more interesting things.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you very much for being on Game Changer.
Thanks so much.